Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Avernum 4. Last episode, I believe we had cleared out the Goblin Caves, solved that problem. Now, I think we can head down to Grindstone, see what's going on in there. See what kind of a place it is. So let's go take a look. You enter the settlement of Grindstone. Avernum is full of tiny villages like this, clumps of crude buildings constructed by brave souls seeking their fortunes. Fear of goblins, or worse, has not kept these people from their chosen goal, getting rich. Grindstone is a mining colony. These people are trying to dig out some of the rare crystals that are shipped to the surface for magic spells and magic items. A good strike can set a brave miner up for life, if he or she doesn't get eaten first. The settlement has several armed sentries, though not enough to fend off a determined attack. They saw you coming and apparently deemed it safe for you to approach. Miners are mistrustful folk, though. They'll probably watch you closely while you're in town. As that guy just said, I'm watching you. Grindstone is too far away from the main part of Avernum to have any soldiers here. The town is protected by mercenaries. They're well paid, huge, and well armed. They're paid to fight, not to talk. You are told that you should walk into town and speak with Jen or Grimes and then give him the brush off. Yeah, that's also a guard. Small town, maybe, but hopefully we'll find some interesting things here. Plus, hey, we got something to turn in. Quest. I forget who we're bringing it to, but still. That is the entrance to the mine. We'll go in there later. Storage. Keep out. Oh, there's some iron here. We'll sell that. Some gemstones. And a passage underneath. Ah, this also has gemstones. Ooh, healing potions and a speed potion. Yeah, grab them. And down here we have more stuff. Hey, a level up! Nice, we actually get level ups for disarming traps. I like that. Wow, there are some heavy-duty traps back here. And those we can't get rid of. They'll probably kill us if we try, so let's leave it be. Alright. What else we got here? That's just a house. Ah, someone in here. Jen takes the letter from you, inspects it, and nods. Thank you. It's very hard to get mail in these hard times. She hands you a pouch of coins to pay you for your troubles. And more strength! Sure, more tool use. More strength. More strength. Always with the strength. This woman is the cleanest and nicest dressed person in Grindstone, and she is in the nicest building. You guessed correctly that she is in charge here. She seems pleased to have adventurers visiting her town. Her skin is pale, but not deathly so. You suspect that she is a latecomer, the term for those who weren't born down here but came down to Avernum in recent years. She's in her 30s. She smiles and shakes your hand. Welcome to our humble settlement, adventurer. I am Jen. I'm the one that keeps things going here. Tell me about Grindstone. Well, take 5 seconds and look around. That's everything. We're small but secure, and we're doing well. Aren't you afraid of the goblins? The goblins? Ha! I could kill one of those things and I'm an old woman. After the first few dozen of them we killed, we've had no problems. What do you do here? Break loose the crystals, wrap them in lichen, haul them to Formello and sell them. They end up in the Empire from there, and we're paid well for the trouble. How do they get up to the Empire? They're teleported up. They are sent up from Fort Remote or Darman. That's where the portals are. Fort Remote and Darman. Anything else I can help you with, adventurer? When did you come to Avernum? Oh, a decade or so. I came down with my husband. We were going to find our fortune mining. Though for me, you can see that it took a long time to get things going. Long time to save the money to hire the guards and get out here. How did you get the money? Doing every stupid odd job you can imagine, and a few I bet you can't. I bet I've seen more of this land than you have, and me a latecomer. Where's your husband? Gone. Ran off with some Avernite tramp in New Cotra. Oh, he's a sucker for pale skin, that one. Hope he gets a knee injury. How are things going in the mines? Good. I think we will have a few profitable months before this mine is played out, and we have the goblins under control and my men are fed. In fact, if you would like to purchase some crystals, I have a few around waiting to be shipped. Quality goods. I would have more if it weren't for that cursed barrier. I'd like to see your crystals. Wisdom crystals. Those are handy. Those actually give you free experience when you find them. Tell me about this barrier. Well, we cleared out a tunnel a few weeks ago. It's been blocked up by a cave-in, and the caves behind it we found a passage blocked by a magic barrier. We don't know how to bring it down, and we aren't sure we want to deal with whatever it's holding in. If you can get rid of the barrier and clear out anything nasty past it, I will pay you. A genuine magical item, something I don't need myself, but could be helpful to you. How can I destroy the barrier? I don't know. Magic. Hit it with a rock. Do whatever adventurers do. If I could do it, I'd have done it myself already for free. Fair enough. Huh. It's Fort Remote and Darman. Very interesting. Why would the portals be there? Well, I guess they need somewhere to put the portals. Alright, just take a look around the east side, the eastern outskirts of the place. Well, there's a few crystals here we can take. Getting a little way down, but it's not too bad. Alright, and in here we have Grimes. You meet the head mercenary for the encampment. He comes over to question you, trying to gauge how much of a problem you are likely to cause him while you visit the camp. He's not an old man, but he has many years of wear on his face and arms. He says, "Hello, travelers, I'm Grimes. I wish peace to you, and I hope, for all your sakes, you bring peace to us." Tell me about Grindstone. The question makes him slightly nervous, suspicious, but he's still willing to tell you the details. It's just a little mining settlement. Not rich, but it's producing some quality crystals, and it's well defended enough to keep it safe from raiders. How'd you come to be here? Jen hired us on in Formello, me and my men. Told us she was going to make us rich. Has she made you rich? Not yet, but she pays decently and on time. That's really all we can ask for. Are there bandits around here? Just goblins for the most part. Easy work defending against them. All they're good for is dulling the edges of your blades. Have you found anything valuable? The question makes him very suspicious. Nothing we'd tell an outsider about, no offense. Had any problems lately? Not with the goblins. We've killed enough of them to scare them off. There is one thing worrying me, though. One of the miners said he saw an ogre wandering around in the swamps to the east. Are ogres very dangerous? Not really. I've killed my share, but they're tough enough that I'm afraid I'd lose a man if I hunted it down. I don't want any of my men to be at risk if I can avoid it. Would you pay something to be rid of the ogre? He looks you over a bit and then nods. Sure, this mercenary wouldn't mind hiring another mercenary to get rid of the nasty pest. The ogre wanders around in the swamps to the east. If you can find it and get it to go away somehow, I'll get 100 coins out of Jen for you. Nice. Heard any news from Avernum? Nope, nothing for weeks. None of the merchant caravans we've been waiting for have gotten through. Hope we get resupplied soon, or I'll have to send out a few of my boys to see what the holdup is. Fair enough. Alright, let's take a look inside the mine here. You step into the mines. The people of Grindstone don't like you messing around in their mine, but they don't feel like angering armed adventurers. It is cold in here and your skin tingles. You can feel the magic of the stones in the walls. Raw, unfocused magic waiting to be refined and directed by human wizards and alchemists. You wonder what happens to people who spend years exposed to these powerful chaotic forces. And you're glad you won't have to find out firsthand. Yes, we shouldn't steal anything from in here, I don't think. This crystal formation has already been heavily mined. All protrusions that could be used for magical work have been carefully removed, leaving a huge cracked lump of quartz. This is one of the miners of Grindstone, which means dirty, tired, and paranoid. You don't get much more from the conversation than a warning not to take any of their crystals. Which makes perfect sense. Will not take any. Still, weren't we told about someone in here? I think there's someone in Grindstone we should be talking to. Ah, there's a young, pale man drenched in sweat working hard back here. He's been swinging his pick hard, trying to loosen the rock around a large crystal deposit. He turns to you, thankful for the chance to take a little break. Hello, I'm Stanos. I'm guessing you're not here to help dig. What brings you to this pit? Where are you from? I'm from Mertis, he says, and leaves it at that. He doesn't seem eager to talk about it. Tell me about these mines. Well, they aren't large, but they're producing all right. We didn't dig this all out ourselves. Much of this had already been excavated when we got here. Who dug it out? No idea. And if Jen knows, she hadn't told us. She just hired us to come out here. Said that she'd heard there's an unclaimed mine out here and she wanted to work it. Maybe she can tell you more. Is it safe for me to wander around deeper in? Don't know. Maybe not. I'd keep my sword close if I were you. I seen some big rats back there. One of my friends got bit on the leg once. I was sent here by Philip, and he wants his ring back. Stano suddenly looks terrified and shrinks back into the corner. No, they tracked me down out here? They're crazy. I knew they were crazy. What do you mean they're crazy? Well, I was engaged to Philip's sister. Tuona was her name. Seemed like a good idea. She was sort of nice, and they had a nice farm, and I wasn't well off. But they weren't right in the head. All they could talk about was honor and their feuds and settling scores. And they kept watching me all the time. They asked me about everything, every little bit of my life, stuff even I'd forgotten. So I left, and I forgot to leave the ring. Now their craziness has followed me even out here. Well, can I have the ring? Sure. He pushes the ring into your hand. It's an old tarnished silver thing. Doesn't look valuable at all. Now leave me alone, will you? Don't want anything to do with them. It's not possible to get far enough away. Hey, they just wanted the ring back, okay? No problem with that. And that crystal was just lying on the ground. Okay? Nothing else about it. Oh, there it is. And a dead giant rat. And another rat. That is now dead. Not really much else back here. Oh, wait. Ah, hello. And dead. Alright. Another crystal that's just lying around. The air smells faintly of ozone, and your hair is standing up on end. You soon see why. An earlier visitor to this mine has left a magical ward behind. You've heard of magic barriers like these before. They draw their power from a nearby magical source, in this case the crystals, and keep unwanted visitors out. Or in. There is a powerful magical spell that can dispel these barriers, and you've heard others say that there are items that can do it too. Defeating such barrier, however, is still a difficult task at best. Well, I guess we'll not be going in there. Alright then. So take a look at that area just to the east, and then we'll see about dealing with this ogre. Shouldn't be too hard. I hope. Ooh, beautiful crystal. Alright, let's go take a look. Should be around here somewhere, I'm sure. In this ogre swamp. Oh, hello! A dire wolf. Did not expect to see this. Well, a fireball should finish him off. Ow. Die. Huh. Wonder what this place is. Is it where the ogre was living or something? Ooh, emeralds. An energy potion, that should go to you. And swamp pants. +2 armor, +5 poison resistance. That's nice. No idea who was living in there. But it's a nice thing. And there's the ogre. There's a lone ogre foraging in the swamp, looking for food. A leather sack at its belt is full of moss, mud, and slimy creatures. It looks hungry and annoyed, but fortunately, it doesn't attack you. It doesn't instantly attack you. Instead, it says,
Arr! Beauty little creature! I am Cog. This is my swamp. Now I eat you, unless you pay me to not eat you. You can do that too.
"Where did you come from, Cog?"
I will not talk about that with you. All I do it to you puny little things is killing, eating, or talking. No talking.
"What is in the swamp?"
Me, I am in swamp, and you will not be alive if you stay in my swamp.
"You had better leave the swamp, ogre, or I'll kill you." Now that you've challenged Cog for his territory, he inspects you closely and decides whether to submit to your domination or fight. It's the ogre way. Unfortunately, he decides that you look like an easy fight. Yes, you charge closer, and we will kill you! And a casting of that. And a fireball. So much for an easy fight, huh? Chainmail vest. Alright, that wasn't actually too bad. Some energetic herbs. Oh, more herbs over here. There we go. What else we got? A lizard, but it looks calm. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Let's go let him know. I found the ogre, and it's gone now. Have you? Nice work. Saved us a few hours of messy hunting. I even got Jen to advance me the money in case you got rid of the thing. He hands you a small pouch of coins. Don't have anything more for you to do, though. Well, I do, but if I kept getting you to do things, Jen might hire you instead of us. That's no good. Thank you. Now, we could explore to the west, see what's over there, but first, I want to go sell all these gemstones I have, because, yeah, we're kind of weighed down a bit. Also, I suppose we can give that guy his ring. I got your ring back, Philip. Philip is so relieved he almost falls over. Oh, thank you. I thank you. My sister thank you. My family thank you. This is a kindness. He picks up the rucksack at his feet. I need to go home now. My family will be worried. Before he goes, he pulls out a pen and some paper and scratches out a quick letter and hands it to you. It is a letter of introduction to Goodman Thorius, head of his family in Myrtis, explaining how you helped him. If you're ever in Myrtis, give him that letter. I promise they will reward you for your help. Now I can return home. Soon, I hope. All I need is for the lands east of here to be reclaimed by Avernum. I'm sure that will happen any day now. As am I. Now, a few things to sell. 25 of those. Not the iron. That, and that. And the iron will go to you. Excellent. Now, oop, too far away. Actually, before I do... Oh! A sealed letter has been tacked to this board. It is addressed to Tannic, a merchant in Fort Draco. Fort Draco is a large armed camp to the east. You are promised appropriate payment upon delivery of the letter. Sure, we can take care of that. But again, first, we're going to take a look at the area to the west. Starting on the southern edge, and then moving to the northern edge. You know, southern edge by Grindstone. Shouldn't take too long, I imagine. I mean, we're fairly close to the river. We won't be able to cross, but we're fairly close. This should be interesting. Alright, let's take a look to the west. Giant lands. That doesn't sound good. Not much back here. Over here we have a passage down. What's it under here? Doesn't look like much. There's a shaft rising up through the ceiling of this cave. It goes up farther than you can see. You aren't sure what's up there, and as the size of the shaft are too small for you to climb up it, you won't be able to find out. Huh. Interesting. Not sure why that's there, but interesting. And it looks like there's something here. Also a nest with some gems. We'll take a look under there in a minute. Oh hey, calm the lizard. It's always nice when we manage to do that. Oh, something's hostile. Ah, a rat. A rat that is now dead. Heh. Oh, more rats. Right, kill the rats. There we go. More rats up here. Bloody hell. A lot of rats, it seems. Even a couple rats over there, but at least we managed to calm down. Alright. Seems we can't get to that nest because they're calm, but it's no big deal. Hello. There is a middle-aged man standing by the shore here, calmly fishing in the river. There are several large fish on the stone by his feet, and several dozen more smoking in a fire pit nearby. He seems unconcerned to be alone in such remote territory. He has a sword on his belt and a large, mean-looking dog nearby, but that hardly seems like enough to keep him safe. He's not a fool, though. When you approach him, he rapidly draws his blade and keeps it pointed at you until he sees that you aren't a bandit. Then he sheathes the weapon and smiles. It's not often I get company out here. I'm Orion. I'm not used to conversation, but I'm eager to hear what has been happening out in the world. I'm hungry. Could I buy some fish? Oh, we could. Aren't you worried about being alone out here? Oh, of course. I like my solitude, most of the time. And most of what troubles me are the goblins, and I know how to warn them off. The only thing that would really scare me are the giants, and they're well off. How do you scare the goblins? He points to the totems up and down the river shore. They are decorated with goblin skulls, freshly harvested. They know enough to leave me be. Where are the giants? He points across the river to the west. I see them sometimes. They're hard to miss. That's giant land over there. But there's no bridge over the river, and they're scared of swimming and too dumb to make boats. So they stay over there, and I stay over here. How might I get over there? I've no idea. Sure, there's a way on the other side of this river, but I bet it's a real long hike. I bet. Orion casts his line out into the water, doing his best to reel in another cavefish. They're pale and slimy, but they are edible. Avernites can't afford to be picky about what they eat. Know anything interesting about this area? Not really. Nothing you didn't see heading here. Lots of goblins and related pests. Actually, there is one thing. What have you seen? Well, there's this tunnel to the south, along the river shore. Before all the goblins were about, there were people that came out to it often. From Fort Monastery, I mean. I haven't seen them in months, and I've learned better than to poke my nose into dark tunnels, so no idea what's in there. Really? So that tunnel down there is actually related to Fort Monastery. Interesting. Well, we'll definitely take a look there then. And there's another tunnel here. Alright, let's take a look at the southern tunnel first. Come on, come on. Let's see here. Alright, let's take a look. What is in here? Anything of note? Oh. Hello. Box is locked. You enter a small, dusty chamber at the end of a long passage. Looks like it was constructed recently and then abandoned, perhaps after the goblins invaded. There is a creature visible in the dim light. It is a tall, insubstantial shade with a humanoid form. It stands there perfectly still. At first, the shade stands perfectly still, but then, when you get close to it, it becomes brighter and more substantial. You begin to hear a whispery voice. It says, "Welcome, traveler. If you wish to be tested in battle, step forward." Testing? What do you mean? The whispering voice begins to recite a speech, no doubt created by the mages who made this place. "I am here as part of a program initiated by the Crown of Avernum to test adventurers and ensure their suitability. The first part of the test was, of course, traveling to this remote place through hostile lands. The second part is the trial of effectiveness, in which you must display your ability to do battle. If you are a merchant, miner, or other non-martial individual, you should depart immediately." Sure, let's be tested. Then please prepare yourself. You will undergo a mild assault. As it proceeds, damage me. Should you deliver enough damage to this form in the time allotted, you will prevail. Are you ready to begin? Yes, I am ready. The shade becomes even more substantial. It begins to glide across the room toward you. Let the testing begin. Please defend yourself. This projection will, if it can, kill you. Well, that should help, I think. Wow, that thing is actually surprisingly tough. Can't hit us. Okay, it's immune to that. Not very good. Right, you're our strongest hitter, so hit him twice. Okay, that's not too bad. Fireball, how well is that? That's pretty good. So it looks like Nova and Pyrrha are going to be our hardest hitters right now. I wonder how much damage we need to do, or how long this lasts. I mean, still, we're doing pretty darn well, I think. I mean, we've already drained it down to half health. Come on, come on. Surprisingly easy fight here. Come on already. Stabbing, stabbing. Jeez, it's already almost dead and it hasn't really attacked us very much. Pretty sure it's at 1 hit point and it won't lose it. Wow, it had 1,000 health? Impressive. So are we just supposed to keep hitting it then? The shade suddenly fades away in mid-blow. You hear the whispering voice again. It says, "The trial is complete. You have done sufficient damage to the shade. You have defeated the trial of effectiveness. A token has been left here by the creators to mark you as having succeeded in this endeavor. Should you need to continue to your testing, you can find the next phase of the trials in the rocky tunnels north of the city of Formello." Okay then. Woven golden chain. +1 armor, +2 to stun resistance. Sure, I guess we can wear that. You can wear the blessed bauble. Not too terrible. Alright. Let's take a look at what this remaining other passage up in here is. And then we'll end the episode, I think. Right up. Oh! Hello. Goodbye. Right. Let's take a look in here. You start to tread softly. It looks like there was a patch of snapstone ahead. Snapstone is one of the countless threats that come with living in these caves. It's a thin layer of brittle stone over a cave, a pit, or worst of all, a river. Step on it wrong and you fall through. The hole ahead looks like snapstone someone or something already fell victim to. Looks like if you climb down, you could climb back up with difficulty. Well, let's go down, see what's in there. Ooh, not much. This body has been here for quite a while, alone and undiscovered. Looks like this person was an Avernite soldier or scout. Can't figure out much more by looking at it, and you don't want to look too closely. However, close to its hand, you see a few sheets of paper with cramped writing. Whoever this person was, he or she spent the last few hours of life writing what happened. Well, let's read them. Water damage has rendered several of the pages unreadable, but you can make some of it out. This was indeed an Avernite scout named Torella Venia. She was sent up here to watch the giants on the west side of the river. She was investigating rumors that they had grown much more active in recent months. These rumors were true. Unfortunately, while trying to get a good view of a new fort they were building to the west, she stepped on the snapstone. Her leg broke in the fall and she couldn't climb out of the hole. The last page of the journal is almost unreadable. Looks like she was trying to say goodbye to her mother and some friends. You can't make out of the name of the town where they live. Oh dear. That is very, very sad. An iron spear is much better than this bronze spear. That's going to be useful, but it seems like we wouldn't be able to tell anyone about this anyway. Terenia Venia. If we find anyone looking for that name, we'll definitely let them know what happened, but in the meantime... Poor girl. Well, that's going to have to be the end of this episode. I'm going to go sell the few things we have left. And next episode, we are going to go take care of, well, basically head further eastwards. It's about all we have left to do. Yes, we'll head eastwards towards Fort Draco. We were told there were Nephilim over in that direction, but we'll make our way to Fort Draco as quickly as we can. Probably around down this way. Stick to the road, I imagine, probably be the best thing to do. Then, actually, yeah, that is the only thing we can do. That's actually a river. We can't go that way. So, we'll stick to the path, go around, get into Fort Draco, then explore around here and yada yada yada, all that kind of stuff. By the way, one last thing. For those curious, the demo for this game covers everything east of this river and north of this. Basically, Fort Monastery, Grindstone, Fort Draco, and Formello. You can't go any further south. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be the end of that episode. Next episode, we will head eastwards into territory that, as far as I know, is controlled by Nephilim. Till then, I am Chester44. That is Nova, Liren, John, and Pyrrha. This has been an Avernum 4 Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.